I love it. It's so relaxing.
How long have you been making lace?
I started in about 2004 or 5, and I hadn't for a while, and then some of the gals in the guild were all prodding me to get them started, so we started a few months again. I went off the deep end, like normal.
Dove right in, drank the Kool-Aid, huh?
You bet.
So how much does lace like this sell for?
As much as you could get for it. I can do about an inch in an hour.
Right?
I haven't ever tried to sell any of it because,
It's like a baby.
well, who's going to pay? This outside piece I did here took me 2 months. And by the time I do all the strips to fill it up to make a table runner, I'm going to have several months into it.
Right.
It's like a penny an hour.
Yeah, that, and nobody's going to want to pay me
What it
even
deserves.
minimum wage. I'd be lucky if I got $1 an hour. And that would be a miracle. Take the right person that had money that would appreciate, and they'd be getting a real steal. So,
That would last for another 3 or 4 generations at least.
So you determine the pattern by this is the template underneath. And so when you're changing the
it's my cheat sheet
oh, that makes sense. It's okay.
because, like the squares here, it's usually a very simple stitch, but I wanted extra twist on them for the rose ground. So on each side of that square, I do another little twist. So the square box tells me, get that twist here and here, and then afterward, these 2 places.
So these 4 on the left, are those the borders?
These are, yeah, they're running straight down. There's 2 of them on each side. And they are running straight down. All the other threads are going back and forth at probably about a 90-degree angle.
Okay.
Like in the black and pink.
It'd be like this one. Oh, that's very
See,
good.
that the pink one is running, and that's how most of the intorshad of the threads run, from one side to the other. There's only 2 moves I make. I work with 4 bobbins, and I'm doing a cross and a twist. And on this stitch, I need an extra cross in here. Some of them I just do that cross twist and move on, and then I go to the next cross, twist, cross. Oops. And I can't use that pin. I need to work this before I can do this. So I'm just
I
going
hope you don't mind mine coming so close.
Oh, I'm not even paying attention to it.
Good.
So I'm halfway done with that, so it'll be confusing later, but that's okay.
Pins and a pattern to make this lace.
Wow.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
So I've noticed that some of your bobbins are low on thread. How do you reload it without making a big knot in the middle?
I'm going to take another bobbin, hang it down through. I'll tie both of these together and work them together for a little while.
Okay.
And then I throw the empty one out. So like between these 2
Oh,
threads,
I see it. Yeah.
that's actually doubled in there.
Okay.
And then I'll just snip each of those.
Wow.
I need extra twists in some of these guys before I start this next one.
the shape of your little bobbin handles make any significance for you, or just that's what they are?
Sometimes when I'm making lace, they stay in pairs.
Okay.
And so if my pair doesn't match like this, I would say, oh, I've made a mistake and go back and find it.
I see.
Unfortunately, when I'm doing this one, they don't stay in pairs.
Okay.
So it's a nice dream. But these guys out here stay exact. And I found one of them wandering in a ways and I went, oh, made a mistake. So it's a place to double check me for errors.
Right. Okay. Lace. She's making lace. She's weaving all of this with those little pieces of thread. She makes an inch in an hour, she said. So in the days back before machinery, this is how women would make fancy things for their dresses. Like
And
the
actually-
lace on the bottom of her shirt.
6-year-old girls were taught. They started as young as 6 because they didn't have schools. Everybody started working.
Right, and the girls weren't the ones that got educated.
No, and half the population couldn't read.
Yep. And only the elite, rich, and nobles were the ones that read, and it was usually scripture. That's just beautiful.